All right, Eric is challenging us to make some changes to this deck. I decided. Thank you again, Eric, for your deck donation. This is going to be a really fun follow-up episode to our previous Big Red Phoenix build. We're looking at a couple different things with this deck. You'll notice that I'm playing one planes because the deck tends to fold to Armageddon effects. So we thought we'd put in a Sacred Ground into the sideboard here, just as a way to mitigate that. We leaned a little bit further away from the burn aspect of this deck. We removed some slice and dice from the main deck. We threw one in the sideboard, and we decided to put two boils in the sideboard as well. We decided to up the number of pillage to 4, and we're playing Stone Rain. We're going all the way in on the land destruction plan here, slowing the opponent down. Hopefully, we can get there with this deck. We've got Nevinrel's Disc and Powder Keg to keep the game slow. We are playing 2 Lava Darts, mostly just to mitigate early creatures that like kind of ruin the game for us. We've got Lightning Bolts. We have 1 Hammer of Bogarden, and of course our old friend, the Shard Phoenix, pre-modern's most resilient threat. 2 Pyroclasm, and then we're rocking 1 Dust Bowl, 3 Geek 2 Enchantment, 3 Mishra's Factory, 11 Mountains, 1 Plains, 4 Thawing Glaciers, 4 up to 4 from 3 Wasteland. Let's see how this goes. Let's get right into this. I am so excited to play this deck again. All right, we won the die roll. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, we're keeping it. We've got a Wasteland, and we've got Pyroclasm, a Disc, and a Stone Rain. Let's do it. We're going to keep this. Mountain and pass the turn. Swamp. Swamp into Duress. That's rough. You hate to see it. Stone Rain. They took the Stone Rain. All right. We're going to play a second Mountain and pass the turn. Now that we have Lava Dart, we can at least get rid of their creatures if they happen to play something that is nasty. Another Swamp. And a Chain of Smog. Discarding 2 cards, huh? I'm going to discard the Pyroclasm and the Mountain. Actually, no. You know what? I'm going to discard the Lava Dart and the Mountain. Any order. Nope. I know that racket. We're going to play a Wasteland, and we will pass turn. Now we've got the Bolt. We don't know what they're on yet, so I want to keep the Pyroclasm just in case it is useful. Yeah, got him. It was a waste of the Wasteland since I'm playing Factories and G2 encampments. Sweet. There it is. We up in it. Into my turn. Another Duress. Okay. All right. So looks like we're probably playing against Broccoli Soup. Let's put this Furnace into play and pass turn. We can use that Furnace to draw a card later. Tempting Worm. Well, let's sacrifice this artifact to get rid of a card. Maybe we'll get a Shard Phoenix. It's a slice and dice. That's fine. Nothing happens. Any number. You got it. Okay. All right. So, Dust Bowl. Sick. Okay. So, let's Bolt. And then we'll Pyroclasm. That's a fine play, I think. We've got plenty of ways to deal with Treetop Village. I'm not too worried about it. Including this Dust Bowl. Sure. Make a Treetop Village a guy. Man, it would be so cool if I drew another. Got a Bloodstained Mire. Sure. Withered Wretch. Sweet. We're just going to drop that into play like you do and then pass turn. Things are looking great. I can keep the Withered Wretch off my back with my G2 encampment. So we'll take a little bit of damage from that, but I'm not too worried. There's the Naturalize. Exactly the not the card we wanted to see. Jeez. All right. Well, it happens. Okay. They've got 1 card in hand. I'm taking 5 here, right? Untap. Urza's Rage. Sick. Okay. So let's just we're going to sit behind this G2 encampment. You got it. That was not the card you should have taken. I don't know what they removed from the graveyard. My Nevinrel's Disc. Sure. I really want to see them trying to attack with the Treetop Village. I will burn it to the ground. I don't like that. I'll tap it for mana. I could have sacked it. I should have sacked it. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. Yeah, nice. Okay. Yep. I'm going to cast that and just kill it right now. Pew! You got it. Still not thinking about the lava dart, huh? It's okay. Coming in for 2. I'll take the 2. Now, here's where things get dicey. There's another Gitu encampment. Yeah, this is rough. And still not remembering to, yeah, sure. Definitely odd that they're not thinking to take that. Yep. All right. We're going to cycle. It would be so sick if I drew a lightning bolt off of this. Of course. There we go. Nope, just a mountain. I'll take a mountain. That mountain is the same thing as a lightning bolt, as far as I'm concerned, right? Hopefully they have nothing in hand. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Yep. All right. Well, that is great. That's exactly what I need to stop both things from hurting me this turn. I'll just blow it. You'll cast it again. You'll get nothing for your trouble. Yep. That's happening. Now, fortunately, I can't activate both things. Okay. Well, I think the best thing I can do here, and I'll sack that, is try and pray. I need like a bolt. Yeah, I need a bolt. Bolt is the only thing that's going to keep me in this game. If they play something, I'm also sort of screwed. That's not where I want to be. Shard Phoenix! No! All right, on to the next game. This deck is tough because the hand disruption's really brutal for me. Okay, so let's think about this. I don't actually mind. So, what does this say? Never spell or ability. Okay. Let's try that. Then they can't get any of our lands when we're playing with them, right? And we'll do one of those. Okay, so what are we going to take out here? I don't feel like Pyroclasm is doing much for me. Lava Dart wasn't useless. Let's take out one. We'll remove the slice and dice that we're going to put in. We'll go with this. I feel like Sacred Ground at least keeps them off of the ability to like screw with me with Wasteland. That's something. We'll try it. Eric was talking about Planar Birth as well. That could be a card you could bring in. It just feels like you're already you're in a situation where if you have the planes and someone casts Armageddon, you're screwed. Whereas this, if someone casts Armageddon, they're going to feel bad. Nothing like a one-sided Armageddon that your opponents cast, right? This deck's brutal against me because I'm like fair 1-to-1 removal for the most part, with a couple of Shard Phoenix can continue to be regurgitated. Hammer of Bogarden would have been great if I could have gotten to that point. I'm playing 27 dang lands, so you'd think that I could have gotten some more land destruction to get rid of those things, but that didn't happen. We'll just have to keep making trades. Hopefully this works better this time. All right, we will be on the play. That's about as good as I can get, I think. We're going to keep it. We've got lands, we've got spells. Plus, they're probably just going to have a Duress to open. All right, here we go. Turn 1 Duress. Yeah, there it is. Turn 1 Duress. Got to take the Stone Rain. Play a Factory and pass. I took the Bolt for what it's worth. I'm in good shape here because I can block out so much of my opponent's deck. If I do end up getting a Thawing Glaciers, I'm going to go for the Plains pretty much immediately. I love that I can just immediately if I'm on the play, a Stone Rain on turn 2 on their turn 2 sounds amazing. Come the on. Sure. Mishra's Factory, right? Urza's Rage. Okay. Oh, non-land card. Okay. Yeah, take the Urza's Rage. You got it. Oh, sick. I mean, this is this into that for sure, right? I probably should have saved the Wasteland and just played the other Factory, in truth, because I could have protected my Wasteland. But hitting their swamp is great. Now they're off of black for a minute at least. And I have pound for pound just the so many factories. Okay. There's a swamp. Tempting Worm. Love that. Yeah, we'll drop them all. So sick. Okay, we're going to get rid of that. Follow this up right here with that. All right, we're doing it. Coming in, right? Got to. Did not come in. Oh, I love this. God, get out of here. Don't want to hit my own land. 1, 2, 3. We're doing it. Get the let out. Who's tempted now? They attack. We come in hot. Thankfully, the tempting worm is sort of playing into our plan here. I'm sure they have a answer for this, but you got to get it out there, right? Man, drawing a lot of land, huh? Okay. We will take 5 in turn. What we got? Anything cool? Come on. In turn. All right. We're going to say yes and put a chip on the old powder keg. Be my guess that my opponent is propping that up because they're like, well, I mean, what else can I do? Use powder keg's ability. Another get to encampment. Okay. So let's make this a guy. Let's make that a guy. We're going to come in with the boys. Yeah, you'll take the damage. I'm not going to play into your little silly plan. I suspected that there would be something like that happening. Okay. Coming in with the worm. You got it. Worm it up. Worm it up, Chris. Okay. I'm going to say yes. Blow it up. On 2. Okay. All right. We're going to play this land. We're going to make this a guy. And then we'll make this a guy. And we're coming in. This is how we do it. You get the man lands running. Skeletal scrying, X is 1. Okay. Got to draw a card, right? Praying for mojo here. Untap. Ooh, Shard Phoenix. I think we cast Shard Phoenix, right? You cast Shard Phoenix. Opponent's like, why are you doing this? Yeah, I need another land if I want to be able to attack with 3 creatures. It's this, this, and this, and then this, and this. Yeah. Okay. Well, it's, they are who we thought they were, right? That's fine. Okay. I think in this scenario, we're just going to draw another card. It's like that. Okay. Interesting. We're going to play it, and we're going to attack with our Shard Phoenix. Take the 2. Okay. And we'll pass the turn. All right. We want to do this now before the chaos ensues. Then whoever they choose, we'll tap that for mana for the other thing. Make that a guy. Huh. This is bait. Huh. I think I saved the damage here. Yeah, I'm going to block. You got it. Rat it up, Ratty. Okay. Okay. Now, this is the question here. We want the rats to do damage to my opponent. We want to do damage to the opponent. They have 4 cards. Okay. So, not a whole lot we can do to not have this be a problem. So, we're going to sack. Well, we can wait. We should attack first. We can attack first. Then we just wait. We'll pass the turn. Then we can rage. They have to do some math in their head, right? If they attack with both of these things, okay, perfect. That happens. Now, cast that, targeting this, and I'll sacrifice this. We're living La Vida Loca, my friends. It feels so good. Okay. If I draw a land, I'm feeling real good. Ooh. Man. Okay. We are going to attack in. We need to. We need to attack in because they're going to get close. We're going to get closer and closer and closer to dropping a damage spell on our opponent. So we just need to get in for a couple points. I should have gotten in for a couple points the last time. It was not smart to cast the Shard Phoenix there. I should have just left it in my hand. Yeah, that's fine. You get a rat. I'll discard this Neven Rules disc. Untap. Ooh, love that. Okay, let's do this. 1, 2. Right? Let's do this. Now we're in bolt. We're putting them into bolt range. Attack with everything. Okay. I was like, wow, they're just going to block nothing. Okay. All right. Here we go. They have to basically have 2 blockers. There we go. Okay. We got that one. I like where we're at with that. We're just going to keep it there. Opponent's down to like 6 minutes or something like that. They've got to play a faster game. I think it was a mistake for me to play the Shard Phoenix right there. I think I could have played it later and been totally content. We're going to keep an eye on when we play the Shard Phoenix, knowing that we don't always have to jam that out. We could have gotten in like another 2 or 3 damage. 4 or 6 damage there. I think it would have been smart to just do as much damage as we possibly could have. Hopefully the Sacred Grounds come into play for us this time, because it would have been rad to be like, and I'm going for the Sacred Grounds. I haven't seen a Thawing Glaciers yet. Those Stone Rains felt baller though. Cleaning up the board with the Shard Phoenix felt awesome as well. And the thing is like I can put Shard Phoenix back in my hand. That's fine. This whole deck is just full of permanents that your opponent does not want you to accidentally drop on them. Like you've got to do the tempting worm check to see if they have Navinral's Disc. They're up first. I'm gonna keep this. I like this. I'm gonna keep. They're going down to 6. Love that. Got the pillage. Got the sacred ground. Everything's coming up Millhouse. Here comes the turn 1 duress. Cabal Therapy. I like that. Got to take some wild guesses. I don't think you're gonna hit Stone Rain. No Stone Rain. I'm all pillage now, baby. Got that furnace right on time, right? All right. Rats. There's the rats. Ooh. I hate that. I just drew a second Urza's Rage. That's so tough. Yep. All right. I'm gonna get rid of this. Get rid of the Urza's Rage. Because they're not gonna call another Urza's Rage, right? I'll get rid of the Urza's Rage. So then they're gonna call Pillage. That way I don't lose 2 Urza's Rages. Yep. They're gonna cast it for a Pillage. Pillage, yeah. You got it. All right. We'll play another land and pass turn. Still no Thawing Glaciers. So rough. I do like that if they cast Tempting Worm, I just get to put the Sacred Ground into play. That's kind of great. However, we're in rough turf right now. At least if they go Call of the Herd. Okay. You got it. Sure. I'm fine with that. I don't have much in my graveyard that I need to worry about. And if you're wasting card slots on that, I'm living my best life. All right. We're going to hit Pillage on the Black Source. You got it. I get to draw a card. Okay, another village. Treetop Village, go. Pretty good. My opponent still in a situation. Okay, well, I'll make them exile a card. You got it. Untap. Here we go. We're going to get rid of that, and we'll pass. My opponent's still taking their sweet time here. You would think that they would play faster, knowing that they don't have much time on the clock. I'm feeling good about where I'm at right now. They've got 2 cards in hand. I've got the Urza's Rage to just deal with anything silly that they're going to pull up. I've got tons of ways to deal with a Treetop Village Tempting Worm. You got it. There we are. We'll go ahead and put these 2 in. Untap. There we go. The Lava Dart and the Urza's Rage. I think we just go ahead and do that now. Cast this. There we go. Not the most efficient use of mana, but I mean, my opponent is playing for time at this point, right? All right, there we go. Powder Keg. You got it. Draw a card, I bet. Probably want to draw a card. Yeah, I would draw a card if I were you. There you go. There's a swamp. I'm going to say yes. Slice and dice, huh? Okay. I should not have done that, by the way. I'm going to cycle this. Sure. Okay, but no. What's happening? End of turn, Skeletal Scrying. Okay. See some more cards. That makes sense. Treetop Village is going to come in. Yep, I got to take the 3. I biffed that one by putting a counter on my Powder Keg. Not a best case scenario for me, but I'm going to keep this at 1. Oh, there we go. I'm going to play Factory. We'll go get a land. We don't need a white mana now since we have the Sacred Ground in play. What's great is I can, with impunity, activate my Factory and block after this turn. I'm not going to get to do it this turn, but in the next turn, they can't actually remove my Factory with removal. So I'm definitely going to get to block the village. There's a second. Sweet. I love that. I'll put both of these in play. Rexian Arena. Okay. We're doing it. Okay. This time, we're going to go up to 2. Let's just do that now. We'll put that into play. And we'll pass turn. Love that. I don't know what my opponent can really do to get all the way there now. Honestly, Thawing Glaciers. There we go. We got there. This episode of Eternal Durdles is sponsored by Cardmill, the first automated scanner and sorter built specifically for trading card game players. With its intentionally compact design, Cardmill uses AI-powered recognition to identify each card and sync inventory with real-time pricing, batching up to 300 cards at a time by name, set, color, or type. Collection data is securely stored in the Cardmill network, giving players full access to their cards through an easy-to-use web portal. Cardmill supports Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Flesh and Blood, Disney Lorcana, Star Wars Unlimited, and many more to come. Created by software engineer and longtime Magic the Gathering player Jonathan Dumanis, Card Mill launches on July 22nd on Kickstarter with early bird pricing starting at $350. Backers receive lifetime access to all software updates and new features. Go to cardmill.com to learn more and reserve your path to the future of card sorting. Sometimes you just put them to the screws. If my opponent had played faster, they probably could have stood to try and win that game, but we just red decked them out, it seems like. That's one way to beat that deck, is just keep playing red cards. So I would say that the addition of Stone Range was great. That worked really well for us. In game 2, we got to cast 3 of them. Just having more and more land removal just seems really great for us. It seemed like it totally put my opponent on the back foot, and then I had to worry. And we're hitting all the man lands, which are obviously, as you heard, a premier threat in the format. So we won the die roll. We're going to play first. That is not keepable. We need at least a red land. So we're going to mulligan. That's better. It's not great, but it's better. Let's keep. What are we going to get rid of here? I feel like Urza's Rage is the card we don't really need right now. We're going to be on this plan, right? All right, so we're going to play Thawing Glaciers and pass turn. Oh, thank God. In the zone right now. This is great. We will play a mountain, and we're going to pass turn. They'll probably play a mountain. We'll go get a mountain. Let's get... Yeah, we don't need to get a plains right now. We can leave our opponent thinking about plains, but we don't need one. It seems like if they're... We don't want to use Pillage right now. If they are Phyrexian Dreadnought style deck. Okay. All right. Untap. Right. We're going to play another Thawing Glaciers and pass turn. Okay. They're going to fetch for a plains. Okay. Sounds good. And a force. Okay. Now they're on Bant. So we know kind of... Well, it's not going to help you any. You got it. I can tell you my deck doesn't have a lot of those. Untap. Let's... Okay. So we're going to play this. Let's think about this. Do we want to hit the white source right now? I don't think we do. We just want to chill because we want to keep the Falling Glaciers train running. This is funny because Oath is actually like pretty good for me. I didn't use the... Jesus, guys. We'll cancel. We'll hold on to this. And we're going to pass turn. Impulse. You got it. Sculpt the hand. Nothing's in their yard, so don't have to really worry about that. The only creature I have is Shard Phoenix, so we're not even upset about that. Now we're going to use Falling Glaciers twice. Okay. We got a Gaia's Blessing. You got it. You Gaia's Blessing your little heart out. Untap. Yep, they're both going to return to my hand. All right. We're going to play that. Oh, hold on. We don't want to do that. 1, 2, 3. Let's hit the white source. We can even pay the 3 if they have a mana leak. Yep, counterspell. You got it. And then we're going to pass the turn. I have 8 cards in hand. We're going to drop a Pyroclasm in the yard. Hey, there we go. I can hit that at least. Let's hit that. We got a Stifle? Okay. You got it. Impulse away. Okay. Play a Navinral's Disc. There we go. Now we're just kind of getting them to use their counter magic. I feel like this game is going to get ended by me double Urza's Raging my opponent, which is cool. I'm into that. Don't get me wrong. I love that plan. Play a Rage. Play a Rage. Get back to the point where we have both Thawing Glaciers in play. I don't know what either one of us is doing right now. I'll be very sad if a Armageddon goes off, but I don't think that that's what this deck is trying to do. I think we're playing against the Parfait deck. Okay. We're going to play Thawing Glaciers and pass turn. Gush. Gush away. Gush it up. Latnam's Legacy. Sick. Love that. I dig Latnam's Legacy. That's You got it. Just a casual draw 2, but you have to shuffle a card back into your deck. So many lands. I'm in so much trouble if this deck has Armageddon in it. All right. Guess I'll Lightning Bolt my opponent. Counter it, dweeb. Putting themselves down to 13. Dangerous. All right, here we go. We're gonna another land. I'm getting to the point where I'm running out of lands to draw. So that's cool. Okay. Let's just get this. I think that's my next to last land. We'll do one more. I guess it doesn't make sense to keep that second one around. Like, we don't need that anymore. I guess I'll lava dart my opponent. There we go. So we now have 11 mana. They need to take one more point of damage. I want to see if I can make them get got by the wasteland. Make them use it. Using it for colorless, of course. You got it. Latinham's Legacy, of course. Yep. There we go. Stone Ring. Dude, that's all I needed. You got it. I'm coming in. Yes, we got there. At 10 life. My opponent's going to be so upset. We'll see. If they play, like, whatever that other card. No, Gush. Okay. If they play that card that gains them life for every card in their graveyard, I'll be in trouble. So many cards in hand. It's happening. It's happening. I got to go down to. Yep. You got it. Kick. Let's go. We got there. Yes. All right. I'm gonna put in one Sacred Ground. I don't think we need two Shard Phoenix. We might need a Slice and Dice though. So I'm gonna remove the Pyroclasms for Slice and Dice, and I like a little Pyroblast action there. I guess we're good. Let's take out one Powder Keg and do it like that. I need to actually have another thing. We'll do another Pyro Blast. And there we go. We'll go like that when your opponent is like, why am I playing Oath of Druids against this ridiculously dumb deck? Oh man, I like this. We're gonna keep. Yeah. Okay. Got them Glaciers. All right. So I've got the Slice and Dices that I'm probably just gonna keep for most of the game until we need to actually start doing damage to stuff. Just because I'm deathly afraid of what's it called? You guys know the name of that card. Decree of Justice. You got it. Legacy it up, bub. Oh, I love that. Call of the Herd. I don't love it, but it is what it is. Let's get that white source out. Yo, we are living so large right now. Let's just blow it. We can 1-for-1. My mana screwed. I love that. Okay. Thawing Glaciers pass. Think this is, if there's a time, it's now. Keep them on low resources for a minute. Another Call of the Herd, of course. Okay. That's trouble. All right. We're going to put that one down. And yeah. We're going to be taking some damage from Call of the Herd for a while. Got it. You got it. Oh, no. Boo. All right. That's coming back. All right. So let's do that, right? Unfortunately, if I want to keep this going, I can't Stone Rain because they're going to have a counterspell, right? I feel like they'll have a counterspell. We got to just hope that they, nice, they didn't get it. Great. I'll take the 3. All right. Let's pick up another mountain, untap. Yeah. Okay. So now we'll put Thawing Glaciers in. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Hit that blue source. Just try and keep them off the color, right? Sick. Amazing. Okay. Now we'll pass turn. What we really need here for them to continue to not draw lands. I hate that. Stop drawing lands. All right. I'll take that 3. Ooh, there we go. Okay. So we're going to play. Okay. Let's just throw this Powder Keg down. I'm going to play a Thawing Glaciers. And we'll pass turn. All right. We'll get it. Got to blow it. It's not the best control game I'm playing ever, but we're doing something here. Yeah, of course. All right. We're going to get another land. And yeah, untap. Clean up. Put that back. Let's. Ooh. All right. We could put that into play. That allows us. I mean, we don't have that kind of luxury, right? Actually, we're just going to do this. 5 for a Shard Phoenix. Dart it up. Darty. And sacrifice this. There we go. We got to put our time stop over here on that. But now at least we've got at a point where our opponent really has to think about what they're doing if they want to. Uh-huh. Okay. So we're not too worried about that because we can actually double cycle. We're going to keep that where it is. We're going to play. So I need 6 mana, right? That's 5. That's 6. Okay. The cycling. Yes. Yes. All right. We got around all of that nonsense. So stupid. Okay. Yeah, we want to put that Phoenix back in our hand here. We'll go to our turn. Man, that's good. I think we have to pillage here, right? Just keep them off of land. Yeah. Gotta do what you gotta do, right? Lattenham's legacy. Just trying to find those lands, right? I could have pyroblasted that. I think I'd rather not pyroblast that, honestly. Draw 2 cards. Really putting my opponent in the gutter here. We'll get another land. Untap. Keep. You're a little late. Get in with this. I'm going to cast. I don't think actually we need to cast that right now. We're just going to chill. We don't need to cast that. Oh, what do you got? Something for. What is this? Whenever a creature deals combat damage to a player, you may draw a card. That is interesting. We're going to kill that. I'll pay the 1. Okay. All right. Upkeep. Wasteland is not what I want. All right. So let's play land. Now, let's pop this Shard Phoenix back into play. 1, 2, 3, 5. There we go. And we just sit back and be cool boys. Come on in. The water's fine. Block. And I'll block. And then we're going to sacrifice that. Deal 2 damage to each creature without flying. Okay. All right. That bounces back to my hand. Upkeep. I'm going to pass. Let's play this. 2, 3, 4. We'll put a disc into play. Casting 4 mana for a prohibit. Okay. We're going to just counter that. We'll just counter it. If you got a red blast, use her blue blast. Oh, gosh. Okay. You got it. Gush away. Did you find your hydroblast? No. Okay. So I get to play my thing. Impulse. You got it. Okay. All right. That is their turn. An island. Followed by a go, probably. Untap. We're going to do the Phoenix here. 1, 2, 3. Put that right into my hand. Right? That Phoenix in my hand. There you go, little man. Let's do that. Get another mountain. I will play that, and then we'll play Phoenix. What's great about the Phoenix too is that if my opponent is on Oath of Druids, I just sacrifice it and I'm fine. No one's upset. Yep. This comes back to my hand. Now it's literally trash. I don't ever need another Thawing Glaciers to be in my hand. All right. We're going to get to start getting in there. Yeah, there we are. All right. Let's play a factory and we'll attack. There we go. Down to 15. You got it. Gush away. Gush it up. Yes. We'll allow it. No white mana right now, which is rough for my opponent. I have to say. I haven't seen any white mana from my opponent the entire game, actually. Something big. A Derm, huh? You got it. Let's get the last mountain out of there. Untap. Do it, dog. We did it. Got him twice. Urza's Saga beats. Urza's Rage, I should say. Eternal Durdles is proud to be sponsored by Moxfield. Moxfield is the best Magic the Gathering deck building website on the internet. You can create, share, and find decks from Commander to Legacy and even fan-supported formats like Pre-Modern and Old School. You can see all of our decks on our Moxfield. Follow the links below to stay tuned. All right, we've got a partner here on the play. We're going to say yes to being on the play. And I'm into it. Let's keep this. We're going to start off with Thawing Glaciers, I think. Start with the Glaciers, and then we can still pull off a turn 3 pillage into a turn 4 pillage into a Wasteland, perhaps. All right, we're going to play a land and pass turn. Let's get that stop off of our upkeep. We don't need that right now. Ravenous Rats. Interesting. We're gonna, well, let's respond with this. Right, I think we can get rid of the Nevinral's disc here. We'll ditch the disc. We're gonna be on absolute. Okay, great. All right, so then what we do is play a Wasteland, pillage swamp. There we go. Now we're gonna pillage another swamp. Okay, Ravenous Rats again. You got it. I think we'll go with the Powder Keg this time. Lightning Bolt actually seems to be the more correct answer. We'll go with Bolt. We'll take that point. Not a problem. Untap. We're going to play. Nice. Going to play Thawing Glaciers. Let's pillage the swamp again. I can afford to take a little bit of damage. Now, if they play another Ravenous Rats, I can just drop a Shard Phoenix. Things are coming up pretty swimmingly for me, I think. Yeah, Sulphur Springs. Cabal Therapy. Naming? Stone Rain. What would you name here? Stone Rain. Okay, yeah. Good call. No Stone Rains for me. Yeah. Okay. I'll take the 2. I'm assuming that we're going to see my opponent make me get rid of something. Right? Yeah. What do you think? Powder Keg? What would you name here? Shard Phoenix. Love that. Okay. We're going to play this. We're going to get rid of that. And I think we just pass here. We're going to put this back into our hand, I guess. And then we'll pass turn. I am 100% okay with my opponent getting to. We've taken out 3 of their lands. All right, now they're on red mana. Yep, you got it. Coming in hot for 3. You got it. Love that. Okay, untap. Ooh, that's hot. Okay, let's drop a disc. This is the turn to drop a disc. And I can lava dart the rats if I have to. I don't think I really need to worry about the rats too much. I'll take a little bit of damage here and there. That's fine. Yep, coming in again. Another factory. Nice. Got that 3/3 factory. Coming in for 4. Untap. A land. All right, we're going to play that. Do this. Get another land. And now we're kind of protected here. So I think that we just chill with the Powder Keg. Actually, let's get the keg out. We don't want them ruining us here. We'll return the Thawing Glaciers to our hand. Now we got to be careful with them having Ravenous Rats and Thawing Glaciers. We want to be keeping the Thawing Glaciers in our hand. Let's bonk the rats. All right. I'll pass turn. All right, we're doing great. We're going to say no. Dust Bowl. Looking good, Dust Bowl. 1, 2, 3. And I'll get rid of that land. And I'll untap. Yeah, we're living the dream right now, guys. This is right where you want to be. Draw the Dust Bowl. The Rack. Okay. You got it, the Rack. I'll take 2. I'll take 2 off the rack. I'm going to say yes and just pop this to get rid of the rack. Yes. All right, let's pop the rack. I don't need that. I don't need that in my life. Let's destroy that. 1, 2, 3. And we'll get rid of a land. There we go. We're living large here. This is right where you want to be. And the opponent pulls up. Oh, nice. We will play a Phyrexian Furnace. And yeah, now I'm in a situation where I want to just chill for a minute. They're going to hit my G2 encampment. So I want to at least have a situation where if they try and kill the G2 encampment, I can Dust Bowl to respond. Okay, here we go. What we got here? Phyrexian Arena. Love that. All right, let's exile a card from their graveyard. Right. And then we can. I don't know if there's anything else in their graveyard we want, but let's take rats, I guess. I'll pay the 1, right? We will do that for another mountain. I think that's fine. Untap. We'll put that back in our hand, of course. All right, now we've got 2 Thawing Glaciers. Pretty great. And weird that the Dust Bowl is like, for some reason, just in limbo here. Let's make this a guy. No, okay, let's not make it a guy. Our opponent's passing through our step there. I'll get an extra card. This is, I guess, one way to do damage to our opponent here. Ravenous Rats. Yeah. Rat it up. I'll get rid of this mountain. Begin combat. Okay. Now, let's hit our upkeep real fast. On my... So let's set a stop there. We're going to sacrifice a land, destroy a non-basic land. Let's go 1, 2, 3. And we'll sacrifice this, right? Of course, we don't want them double spelling us. You draw all the extra cards you want, but we don't want the double spell to happen. I think it's appropriate now to blow the disc, and then we'll untap. We're going to go to our upkeep and get our Shard Phoenix back. 2, 3. Yep, and let's... Man, that's a bummer. Let's play a Thawing Glaciers, and I'll pass the turn from there. Opponent goes through his turn. All right, let's do the Thawing Glaciers. It's going to go get a land, grab a mountain. Yep. There we go. Untap. Upkeep, nothing. Wow, another Shard Phoenix. Let's do this. 1. Cancel. I can't tell which is which. That's a real issue. We're going to hold off on that. What we'll do here is cast this. Targeting that. 1, 2, 3. There we go. We got there. Hey, Legacy fans. Since you're enjoying the show, please like and subscribe the video. It helps the channel grow.
Support Eternal Durdles on Patreon so we can create even more content and cover events.
Patreons get an ad-free RSS feed, 4 bonus episodes a month, and Discord recognition. Join the Durdle Maniacs at patreon.com/eternaldurdles.
Now back to the show.
Oh, they conceded the match. That's shitty. Okay, let's try this. This isn't perfect, but 1 land puts us right into it. We're going to keep. All right. I think what we want to do here is... Well, let's start it off like that and just pray that we draw more lands. We have 27. All right. Well, that's one way to do it, right? We'll play a Get to Encampment and pass turn. I mean, we're set up for success here if they don't draw any more lands. Okay, that's fair. Let's begin sideboarding. All right. We don't know what they're on. Let's pull into Sacred Grounds and remove 1 Phoenix and 1 disc and just see how that rolls. Yeah, we can keep this. All right, Island. Island into Portent. All right, with Thawing Glaciers first and 4 lands in hand, I think we have a solid beginning here because we can Thawing Glaciers, and on turn 3, we'll be able to cast our Stone Rain. Let's get rid of that stop real fast. Don't need that right now. Okay. Meddling Mage. You got it. What are you naming? Lightning Bolt. Yep. A good choice. All right. We're going to do... Man, do we do crimes here? No. We have to keep on the Thawing Glaciers plan. Being on the draw with Thawing Glaciers is a little rough, but it's not the end of the world, especially against a deck that seems like it's likely a little slower. We don't want to play the plains unless we have to, at least until after we get the... All right, the Sacred Ground. Okay, Ice. You got it. So now, if that's what they're doing here, right, then what we want to do, keep them back a foot, I think. You can opt, right, and then we'll pass turn. We're going to have to lose a Glaciers here. Or we can lose the Shard Phoenix. Yeah, let's lose the Shard Phoenix, because we're not really losing anything that way. Opt. Looking for land, huh? Now, I get to play a Plains and a Stone Rain. Things are looking great. There's a 3rd land. Now, Factory, huh? Okay. Let's put the Factory into play. And let me think about this. Let's make him use... Yeah, let's make him use it on the Stone Rain. Yeah, wow. Okay, well, we have successfully Stone Rain to land, it looks like. A Daze, okay. Sure. We've got plenty of ways to get rid of this meddling mage, so I'm not actually super worried about that. All right. Another meddling mage. Powder keg, pillage. Great. We're going to put the keg on in a second. Unless we draw another lightning bolt. That's rough. Okay. Let's put the glaciers down, and we'll put a powder keg here. Now, next turn we can block with the factor if we have to. Coming in, putting me at 10. Another opt. So many opts. 4 opts this time. Wow. Huh. Do I? Yeah, no, I'm not going to put myself in a position where I can just lose that way. Yes, on the keg, right? Another factory, which is sick. All right. So now we're just going to pass turn. Right. Naturalize. I don't like that. Doesn't matter too much because we have access to our factories for blockage. I think I'd rather them hit the. That's the planes, right? Yeah. I think I'd rather them hit the. Here we go. What are we doing? Lightning Angel. Don't love that. So we're playing into the solution, it seems like. Yeah. I gotta take it. Oh god, I didn't use the glaciers. Pyroclasm is great. All right. Now I can cast lightning bolts. Unfortunately, let's see here. Yeah, let's play another glaciers. We're gonna pass turn. I have to double bolt this freaking lightning angel. Another lightning angel? Jesus. That is not great. All right, I think we've lost this one. So let's go ahead and get another land. That was tough. Okay, so now we know. We blow the disc on, or the keg on the Mox Diamond. All right. I mean, they were trying to protect their Mox Diamond. I should have read into that. But they got me. Let's concede game and go to the next one. All right. So we like Pyroblast here. Boil is actually kind of great too. Let's get Slice and Dice out of there. We only need one Urza's Rage, I feel like. We've got the hammer. Actually, no, we'll keep that there. Let's remove some bolts. Don't think I'd rather have the bolts than the darts. Okay, let's try this. See where it goes. Pyroblast is a big deal. I'm gonna play first. Oof. I like it though. Let's keep a land. Go. Island. Don't pass on the island. Land. Go. Okay. Now, if I'm lucky, all right, land. I'm gonna cast Stone Rain. Daze me, bruh. You got it. Opt. You got a daze. Oh god, another opt. So many ops. Okay, we did it. Pretty hot, actually. Another Stone Rain's gonna feel pretty good in a second. Oh, don't love that. Okay. Well, it's not the end of the world for me, honestly. I'll untap that one. And we'll put a wasteland down. And I'll pass turn. Now it's all about hitting their portent. You got it. I don't know that Winter Orb helps them or hurts them. Like eventually I'll get rid of that Winter Orb, but I don't know that it's great for you. Okay, we're gonna untap that. Okay. Like, this is where I want to be, actually. Man, do I just like. Yeah, I think I do. Disc. If they got. Okay, I was like, if they get a daze, I'm in trouble. Okay. And then I'll pass turn. Let's untap a mountain. Below that. And I'll play a Thawing Glaciers. And I'll pass turn. I mean, if they have another one, God love them. Lightning Angel. There it is, Lightning Angel. Yep, you got it. Okay, I'll take it. In turn. I'm gonna play a factory. Let's do 1, 2, 3 for a Stone Rain. Let's get rid of the plains there. Gonna destroy a permanent if it's blue. That'll be that. And then we're just gonna pass turn. 2 mana for a Gush. You got it. Love that. Yep. Mox Diamond. I do hate it. Sure. Lightning Bolt. You gotta name Bolt, right? Not that it really matters. Pyro Blast. Okay. That's fine. I'll get another land and I'll untap. Clean up. Bring up the Thawing Glaciers. Draw. Pillage. 2 and 3. No! Oh, I did it again! Why? Yep, sure did it again. All right. Um, let's put the glaciers into play. Clasm. All right. All right. Untap. Furnace. Phyrexian Furnace. I'll play it. I'm gonna exile, and then I will hit that. Let's do that one. And another wasteland, huh? Sure. And then I'm gonna pass turn. There we go. And here comes back. Lightning bolt. You got it. All right. Then I will play land. And I'll pass a turn. I'm assuming they have one mountain in the deck. They might have two mountains. Oh, it's forest. Yeah, sure. Gush. Hard cast Gush. You got it. And another diamond. Another diamond tap. Oof. Boil. Boil sounds so good right now. Let's make this a guy and attack. Boil. Yeah, I thought so. Sneaky, sneaky. Let's do that. Pass turn. All right, here we go. And I'll pass the turn. My opponent will pass the turn. I'll play a land. And I'll pass the turn. Now we're into it. This is the true Magic the Gathering right now. All right. Comes back to my hand. A pillage. This time we're going to target something that we actually want to pillage. Great. I'll put this into play and I'll pass turn. Okay. You got it. Lightning Angel. You got it. Lightning Bolt. There we go. Urza's Rage. Can't counter that. Got there. Untap. Key 2 Encampment. Pass the turn. Goddamn Nimble Mongoose. You got it. That's a big mongoose. All right. Do that. Put that into play. Untap. Now we need a powder keg. Pyroclasm is not going to do it for us. We'll pass the turn. Nimble Mongoose. Broken. Brutal card. Do I have a Shard Phoenix in here? I don't. Right? No Shard Phoenix. Oh god. Disc. Please let it untap. Yeah, I suspected as much. Yeah, naturalize, of course. Winter Orb. You got it. One less land to draw. Okay. Untap. Okay. Sacred Ground. Interesting. Sure. Guess I'll play it. Not exactly where you want to be, but what are you going to do? I've got one more turn. I need to draw, literally need to draw a. All right, here we go. Come on. Stone Rain, not going to do it. Good games. Got me. All right. Well, you can't win them all. I like this. Can you say land destruction? This is an opener. We'll keep it. Going to 6. Like that. I think Swamp opener is the scariest part of the playing against other decks right now. Duress is so upsetting to me. All right. Opening with a Mox Diamond. You hate to see it. Okay. Now, Windswept Heath. Ugh. Brutal. Into a Plains. Now what? Yeah. Gerard's Verdict. Sick. Okay. Think here I go with Lightning Bolt and Mountain. Any order. It doesn't matter. You gain some life there. And I'm still doing pretty much all the same stuff I was doing before. I'm going to begin with a Get to Encampment and pass turn. Now, if they have a Wasteland, I'm in absolute trouble. Things are bad for me if that's the case. So I think the play is pillage the Mox Diamond. Now, pillage the Mox Diamond. You got it, kind of have to, right? City Brass. Again. Disgusting. We're going to go with Disc and pillage this time. Okay. Well, they have one card in hand, which is kind of great. Nice. I think the correct answer here is to keep them on low-ish resources as well. Yeah. There we go. Sylvan Library. Hate that. I hate that. There is a land. Love to see it. I think I Stone Rain the Plains next turn. I hate that they're just going to get to draw a bunch of extra cards. That sucks for me. But Disc will help. If I can see another couple lands, things would be great. I'd also love to see Powder Keg. Sylvan Library, that's going to suck for me because that's just that's free. I'm not doing any damage to you right now. Oh, I think that's a mistake on their end. I would definitely just go all the way in. Terravore. Hateful. Okay. That's problematic. Untap. This is the worst case scenario for a guy who wants to Stone Rain opponent's cards. Let's just do that. We're already in trouble. Things are very bad. I don't think we're getting out of this one. I need to draw land, untap with Nephrimil's Disc. I mean, it would be glorious if I get to do it. The next card must be an untapped land. Taken 6, just off the dome. Another Gerard's Verdict would seal the game up for me. Okay. Untapped land, please. No! Well, I like that, actually, because that helps. Definitely get rid of that land, right? Then I'm going to exile another land. Great. Thawing Glaciers, which is not exactly what I want, but it's something like a sad healing salve. Buys me a couple extra turns. The Phyrexian Furnace. Really need to see a Nevinral's Disc. Oh god, that's not what you want either. Okay, 4. I'm at 10. This is helpful, but unfortunately not where I want to be. Oh god, another Thawing Glaciers. What are you doing, deck? This is not the time. All right, at least technically I can block with the G2 encampment if I need to next turn, just to stop the factory from hitting me. This is not great. Glaciers into Glaciers was brutal. I needed that disc way earlier. Disc would have been so hot. All right, they're taking damage because they're like, yeah, whatever. You should have taken that way earlier, honestly. You got an Armageddon here? Just to, like, yeah, okay, no. An Armageddon would, I think, kill me. All right, I'm at 4. I don't know that there's any way I can get out of this. Like, a Powder Keg will keep me in the game for another turn, but it's not gonna... Pyroclasm. Pyroclasm does not do it. Dust Bowl is something, but it's not enough. Okay, let's go to the next game. All right, let's see here. I like Crypt against this deck a lot. I don't mind Overloads for their for Slice and Dice can go. I think I can get rid of a Rage. Lava Darts are less useful. Let's put one Sacred Ground in, just in case. Just in case. And they might be playing Armageddon. We won't know. We won't know. I like a Sacred Ground in against a deck that like Terrageddon, right? Like, come on. If this is that deck exactly, like this is why we bring in those actually. So let's remove a Pyroclasm. Those aren't very good. I'm gonna hit and bring in the Rage again. There we go. I think that's where we want to be. Maybe bring in the Shard Phoenix over the Rage. I think that's a best case scenario for us. We can make their guy smaller. Sacred Ground is tough because, like, of course they're playing naturalizes and stuff. At least I'll be on the play, which is huge. Had I been on the play last time, I might have been way better off. But I got destroyed when they're on the play. It's actually good to see that because sometimes when you're on the draw against these decks, you just don't see the same, same consistency that this deck shows off when it's on the play. On the play, like a turn 3 Stone Rain on their turn 2 feels amazing. A turn 3 on their turn 3 is not as good. All right. We're going to play. All right. I love this. I've got a Pillage. I've got a Bolt. Let's see where it goes. All right. We're going to play an encampment. Pass the turn. When it is in the tank. Yeah, we hate to see it. Mox Diamond. Plains. Okay. Yeah, you're going to get me with a pair of mountains on that one. Just is what it is. Any order. Yeah, especially because they jump ahead an extra turn so quickly. It just really puts you in a really rough position. Now, if I get to pillage next turn, like if they follow up with another verdict, I'm effed. Like, let's be honest. Duress. Okay, fine. You're going to take a pillage. All right, there we go. Back in it. Let's pillage that. There we go. And I guess we kind of have to cast this. If we don't, our opponent is going to be doing dumb stuff to us. So let's just get that taken care of. All right, untap. Stone Rain. Let's go. We did it. We did it, fam. Living La Vida Loca. All right, fine. Fine. Fine Glaciers. Let's make this a guy, since now I have the Thawing Glaciers. I'm assuming that they took out their swords if they play them, because there's not a lot to swords for my deck. Yeah, there we go. All right. Well, we know that they're not swords and stuff. That's great. All right. That was their turn. I'll untap. Mountain. We're going to do that. I probably shouldn't have gotten the planes. All right, let's make that a guy and attack. Keep it coming. The hits coming in and don't stop running. All right. I mean, this is as good as it gets for us. I feel like opponent on one land. Hopefully we draw a wasteland next turn. That would be sick. All right, we got a 1 green 4. Oh, okay. So you're gonna play something. I hate that. You got it though, right? Okay, untap. Oh, love that. I asked for it. I received it. Let's make this a guy. And then let's make this a guy. And then we're coming in. Yeah, brother. Yeah, that's what's up. Love that. Now my opponent gets to see a bunch of cards, but they have to take a lot of damage. And I've got the bolt still. So hot. Love that. Yeah, take that 4. Almost wish I was playing a Black Vice in this deck. Duress. You get a lightning bolt. You have saved yourself from 2 damage, I suppose. Overload. Love that. Okay. We're going to do that. This is going to be this. At this. It's going to be this. Right? And then we're going to attack. Yes. Yes. Let's go. Yo ho. All right. I think we're good this game. I think we're going to get this one. I hope. I hope we're going to get this one. Opponent seeing a bunch of extra cards, but not being able to really cast anything is a boon for me for sure. Okay. Factory. Nice. Love that. In turn. All right. Shard Phoenix. Shard Phoenix is interesting. So let's see. We have 5 mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I think I just play the Shard Phoenix. Or no. I think I do this. Right? Come in with that. And I attack. Yeah. Swords. Okay. Swords is a thing for sure. Let's do that for this. And then untap and pass the turn. Glaciers comes back into my hand, which is kind of where I want it. I want to hold on to this overload, because the overload might be what saves me here. I'm glad that I made them waste their because I want them to use all of their mana to have to try and stay in this game. Probably got another land. Yeah, another land. Yeah. You're going to waste me? I would love that. I love that. Untap. Pass turn. Okay. We're casting Stone Rain. Driving that train. High on Stone Rain. Casey Jones, you better watch your speed. All right. That's hot. Back in a place where they have to worry about everything. If I draw land next turn, Shard Phoenix for sure. Oh, they're whipped on land at least. Okay, we got a land. We're going to put Shard Phoenix into play. Pass turn. So this is a threat that they cannot get rid of. Okay. We got a grove of some kind. Risk Grove. Well, I mean, sure. You do realize that I can just sack this. I'm going to get in that 2 damage and then sack it. And that'll be fine. Okay. Untap. Right. There we go. We're going to pop that. We're going to attack. Get in with the Shard Phoenix. We'll just sacrifice it now. And let's pop this for another land. And we'll untap. Or we'll pass turn. 5. 5 is pretty beautiful. We are really, truly durdling right now. Really and truly durdling. Ooh, a disc. Love that. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll play the disc. We'll play the Thawing Glaciers, and we'll pass the turn. I'm sure that they can find a naturalize for this, which at the end of the day, that's fine. You got to use your cards, right? Okay, end turn. All right. We're going to pop that. Let's pop this. Go. Right. And we'll get a land, and the turn is theirs. Let's also set a stop on our upkeep. Yeah, there's a Terravore as a 5/5. You got it. You got it. You got it. I'm going to bolt them and untap. Let's put the Shard Phoenix 1, 2, 3 back in our hand. Yep. And we'll play a Factory, and we'll play a Shard Phoenix, and we'll pass the turn. What do you got? I'm going to need some answers now that I have a Mishra's Factory as well. You know, the Factory puts you in an odd position, right? Yep. Okay, we got there. I liked everything about that. We're going to keep it right where it is. Now, being on the draw again, who knows what's going to happen? But that felt good. That was exactly what we wanted to be doing. Ew. We're gonna keep this, but I don't love it. The powder keg's good though. I'm into the powder keg. Yeah. Glaciers pass. Now, if we overload, like we have a good chance of hitting their. Okay, Caldera. Sure. Don't love it. Really hate that card. Really hate it. Upkeep. Let's get rid of the upkeep stop here until we have a Phoenix in the yard. All right, we're gonna play a mountain. Let's put a Tormod's Crypt into play, and then pass the turn. Thankfully, they put themselves on the back foot a little bit with the Durgas Caldera, and they haven't seen my overload yet. City of Brass. Okay. Oof. Don't love that. Oh God, what's happening? Fugue. Vindicate. Okay, we're gonna use that for a mana. Right? There we go. You got it. Untap. Okay, we're gonna do so many things here. Let's hit the Durgas. I'm gonna pop that and then bring it back. Now it's your turn. Didn't love that Vindicate, but we got plenty of lands. It's really not that big a deal. Next turn, we'll play Factory into Keg. Nice. Yeah, that's right. Okay, Factory. We'll put a Powder Keg into play and then pass the turn. I love that they got rid of the they had to draw a bunch of extra cards, right? All right. We're going to play a Factory. All right. Great. Untap. We're going to keep that right where it is. Say no. Wasteland. We're just getting in there now. Into the red zone, brother. Let's go. We're doing it. This is exactly how you want it to happen. There's your forest. Okay. I'm going to say no. For now, I'm going to make this a guy, right? I just want to make sure that I'm doing this properly so that I can see which factory is which. Let's give him the bonus, right? Give him the business. Getting there. It's sweeps, folks. Let's get it. Getting in that damage. Opponent may not be able to recover from this. Man, what feels better than just hitting the Mox Diamond? All right. Seeing all those extra cards. Maybe getting a land? Okay, factory. I'm going to say no to the factory. I might actually just say screw it and blow it on purpose. I will attack, right? I mean, come on. You're not blocking. I'm going to put you to 4 then. Yeah. That's how we do it. Yeah, I think I just need to pass the turn here. I had to be careful about that. They don't want to use their factory, but also they don't want to lose their factory either. What would be sick is if they go for the play a land, play a Terravore, and then I have the second Tormod's Crypt, and I just swing in. I'm like, nice play, bruh. Okay, untap. I'm still going to go with no on that. I'm in a spot now where God, stop drawing lands. This is rough. I've got to attempt to get in again. They might have a swords. If they have a swords, they've got a swords. Like they should have a swords at this point, right? Yeah, there's the swords plowshares. For sure. They're at 3 now, though. That's beautiful. I'm loving that. And they pass the turn. Pain lands. Sometimes that just get you. Gemstone Mine. You hate to see it. Cast Armageddon and be like, fuck it. I need an Ursus Rage. Come on, Ursus Rage. Or Bolt or like anything. Come on. I got their Urza's library, their Sylvan library down to where it doesn't matter too much. All right, we're going to say no. Get to Encampment. I'll play that. And then I've just got to pass here. No good plays in that spot. I'm just waiting for some direct damage. That's all. I've been drawing a lot of not direct damage cards. Yeah, there it is. There's a Terravore. You got it. Okay, now we're going to keep that at no. Now, they don't know that I have the Crypt, which is so sick. Okay, of course, Stalling Glaciers. Okay. Crypt. Cast it. Now, let's do that. Do that. You get the 3 life. I will make this a guy. Nope. Don't do that. I'll make that a guy. I'll make this a guy. And coming in. All right. That's That's a spicy meatball right there. Oh my god, I got them down to one life. Using the sword supply shares just to stay in the game here. Second Tormod's crypt. So brutal. It was smart to keep that in my hand. All right. Come on. Any direct damage. Let's go. No. On deck. I had to wait. Right. Pass. I have not drawn my Hammer of Bogart in like ever. That card is like the Schrodinger's cat of this deck. So rough. And we're passing turn. Untap. No. Fucking mountain. Come on, deck. Stop drawing mountains. We know the opponent has access to several removal spells. I'm just sitting here with a handful of mountains. This is wildly ridiculous. I gotta go to discard. So rude. Yep, I'm gonna say no. Okay. Furnace. At least I can pay the one to get rid of that, I suppose. Can I see? God, come on. All right, we're just gonna put that into play. That should be game. Like, you should just want to concede when that happens. I've got 2 friggin' lands left in my deck. Could I have some burn, please? Anyone? I could. So, look, I know that I could attack in, but I'm just wary of their Swords to Plowshares, and I'd rather them not be able to use the Swords to Plowshares at all. Not to mention the fact that if they have a Naturalize, which is totally possible, I can just sit behind this. Yeah, play the Rift Grows. That's fine. I can sit behind this Nevinril's Disc for the next 2 minutes and win the game that way, which is not what I would love to do. I would love to just draw a frigging lightning bolt, for God's sakes. Like, there's a bajillion ways for me to kill my opponent's kill my opponent in this deck. And it's just not happening. They can't cast anything. They realize that if they cast something, then they lose the game. What could you possibly cast? Some kind of Cruel Ultimatum type of thing? Any creature they cast, I'm going to disc and then attack. Okay, something's happening. Vindicate. You got it. I don't know that that's where you really wanted to be, because now I can just attack in. That's game. Yeah, there it is. Woo! Hey, if you enjoyed this episode, hit the subscribe button. It grows the legacy content ecosystem we all love by relaying to the platform that you are part of our passionate community.
And to go even further, click the links for subscription or to support directly via Patreon to help us create more content for you. Patreon supporters get 4 exclusive extra episodes per month. If you're listening on an audio platform, head over to patreon.com/eternaldurdles.
Thanks so much for your support.
We'll see you in the next one.